My job is to research things, to have sources that have been accurate over the years that I go back to, and to have a large grasp of history, and to then try to bring you the best analysis I can on all the major issues of our day. And my job is usually very easy because I've been researching for over 35 years, well, there over 31, and I've got a good grasp, an excellent grasp on most things. But this Trump-Epstein stuff is a real whodunit mystery. And it's a real-life soap opera.
You were the driving force behind Operation Warp Speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard.
Right.
Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with
Research
the entire medical community and with you. What is going on?
Research on what?
Into mRNA vaccines.
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, you know, that is a pass. With Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But, you know, that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases, and I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Mr. President.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams Starkwater's in the back, and I'm hoping you're having a fantastic day. We're getting ready to get into some news and talk about some things that I believe are extremely important. But before I get into the news, I want to bring something to your attention. Let me touch on this real quick. Here we go. Shout out to the Hodge twins and everybody that's a part of their crew. There's certain people who are OGs in the online conservative movement. Those guys are OGs. But we got to remember something, ladies and gentlemen. You remember the pride trap that everyone got caught in at the beginning of last month. And it's funny that questions are brought to the forefront the beginning of this month to try and bring everyone into their pride as it pertains to the shots. So Trump on Operation Warp Speed, one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. Everything about it has been amazing. And then people get upset, and like the Hodge twins said, they tell the truth. Those things did kill people. But you got to understand, the question is presented to this man for a reason. They found Donald Trump's weakness. His weakness is pride of life. His weakness is doubling down in the pride of life, meaning he's not going to say he didn't do a good job on anything. He's going to defend his accomplishments. And the reason why he defends his accomplishments is because he's had the radical left media attacking him day in and day out. So his knee-jerk reaction is everything I do is fantastic. It's great. The hell with what you got to say. Does he know what happened as a result of Operation Warp Speed? I guarantee you he knows, because there's been people who in private had conversations with him, and he'll start talking about it, and they'll be like, well, sir, you know, we don't really like that you did that. And he'll be like, well, why? And they'll explain to him why. So in order to not fall into the same trap again, people got to stop overreacting to this. And it's the overreaction that the media uses over and over and over again. And if you were to go look at the comments all over Twitter, there's X, there's people saying, oh, well, I'm never voting again. Then the psychological operation starts. A mass psychological operation starts. You still fighting off the mass psychological operation of Epstein, where everybody's sitting there saying, oh, I'm not voting because, you know, he won't release the Epstein files. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Now, I agree that the only way to be free of the blackmail that happened with those files is to prosecute all those people or to release the files. If you're not going to prosecute them, you just got to release all the information. Sorry. The reason why that system and that infrastructure stays strong and sound is because nobody arrests anybody and everybody covers up for everybody. The only way out of that system is to not cover up. So I agree with it. As I look at what's going on, and as you look at what's going on, I think you can see now that there's a lot of movement in that arena. But back then, if you were to rewind 30 days ago, we were in the midst of this Epstein firestorm with the Hodge twins, Alex Jones, Owen Schroyer. Everybody was losing their mind. We cannot be allowed to be controlled by the media in this manner. I said 30 days ago, I said, hey, the media itself understands now how to manipulate the conservative movement, particularly the MAGA movement. It's almost like they found the right button on the keyboard to press, beep, and everybody lose their mind. And I'll say this, the reason why people lose their mind is because their faith is 100% in a man. You cannot have your faith 100% in Donald J. Trump. He is a man. He is flawed. And if your faith rests on that man, you will always be disappointed. I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. He's a man. You're going to always be disappointed in what men do. The Bible says vain is the help of man. Now let's take a listen to this exchange real quick.
You were the driving force behind Operation Warp Speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard.
Right.
Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with
Research
the entire medical community and with you. What is going on?
Research on what?
Into mRNA vaccines.
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, that is a past. Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it in tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases, and I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You were.
And so the lady sets him up with the question. And then y'all lose your mind. It's crazy. It's a setup question. She makes a juxtaposition. Well, you were the head of Operation Warp Speed. You have to realize Operation Warp Speed was something that was presented to Donald Trump in the guise of the circumstances that happened. So you have this thing coming out of China. They already have it prepared. You can't sit here and say, and this is not me defending Trump's decision to do this. I want to be clear with you. I'm just speaking the truth. We have something that leaves labs in America, goes over to China, spreads in China, comes back to America. And then there's this greatest catastrophe in the world. The media is losing its mind. And then people say, well, Mr. President, we have the perfect solution to this. We've been preparing for this. And then you have Bill Gates there saying for the longest, yeah, I'm Bill Gates. Yeah, the next virus is coming and we're prepared. I have the vaccine. And then they bring it to the man, hey, Mr. President, we have this prepared. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And then you see Fauci and Birx go up there. And you saw the moment when him and Fauci started beefing, because you remember those iconic moments when he would say something and Fauci would come up there and contradict him. What you watch was the battle for America and the battle for the survival of America. And then people go back and look and say, yeah, you made a mistake when they were shivering you in the side of your neck and you were bleeding out and gushing blood out your ears and you had your eye poked out and you said the wrong thing. Come on, man. Then he tells you in this conversation, yeah, we're looking at other stuff. We're looking at other things. But people miss what he's saying. Play it again, James Williams, because people don't listen. They're too damn emotional. Too damn emotional. Why? Because that's pride in people. Those shots kill people. No shit. No shit. Everybody knew it. People were warning their families that it would. But here's what you people tend to forget. And I'm going to tell you my personal opinion. I feel like if you want to take a shot, that's your right. That's your body. That's what you want to do. As long as you ain't mandating it, as long as the World Health Organization can't mandate it, I'm cool. If you want to take 10,000 of them, take them. That's your business. But don't tell me I got to do it. That's fair and that's right. But let's go back to see what the president said. Because people always don't listen. They just react with their emotions.
The most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But, you know, that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it in tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases, and I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am.
We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases. The question is, your HHS Secretary, Robert Kennedy Jr., came out and said these aren't good. And then his reply is, we're looking for other solutions to other problems, to other sicknesses, which means he's telling you, nah, we ain't dealing with that. We looking for other stuff that'll work. You have to remember, this was the same man that came out and said hydrochloroquine, ivermectin. He started talking about those things when nobody was allowed to talk about them. It's amazing to me how damn emotional people are. You want to be right. You want to enforce your will on the president of America. The man ain't perfect. It's amazing. And this is not a shot at the Hodge twins. I'm just using their posts. If you ever see this Hodge twins, this ain't no shot at you, homie. I have the greatest amount of respect in the world for what you two have been able to accomplish. It's just this concept and idea where people can't differentiate reality from fake news. But you're supposed to understand that the question was a setup question. The question was framed. Let's go back and listen to the question again.
You were the driving force behind Operation Warp Speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard.
Right.
Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with
Research
the entire medical community and with you. What is going on?
His reply is, research on what? Research on what? See, people acting like Donald dumb. He didn't get that by mistake. That man know what's going on. But the question was a setup question. She flattered him. You know, you were the head of the Operation Warp Speed and blah, blah, blah. And then now your guy's coming out saying this and blah, 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 blah. And why is this happening? You want to know why? We can go to Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's the pharmaceutical, you might as well just say the pharmaceutical industry keeps her in office, and go listen to the panic that's on Elizabeth Warren. Yeah. There's two things the Pocahontas is panicking about right now, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, Zoran Mandami. And number two, the pharmaceutical industry. Hold on, I'll be right back. And here she is having a panic attack, saying that RFK Jr. may bankrupt these blank manufacturers, and then no one gets anything. You got to understand, Big Pharma is responsible for the majority of the advertising on TV stations, on social media, and majority of the donations that go into congressmen and senators. And so even the lady who was posing a question to Donald J. Trump was working on behalf of Big Pharma. And so when your enemy, Big Pharma, launches an attack on you, you don't attack your ally, you turn and you attack your enemy. It's insane, man.
More profitable. In fact, he may have the opportunity to bankrupt the vaccine manufacturers, and then nobody gets vaccine. More profitable. In fact, he may have the opportunity to bankrupt the vaccine manufacturers, and then nobody gets vaccine.
Quite frankly, that's what the American people voted for, because that can be done without having any harmful things inside of it. If they lose their immunity, they will make things that actually work. They'll make things that actually work instead of making things that make people sick and then dependent on their drugs. And I wanted to touch on that because I saw that and it pissed me off to the highest point of pistivity. It made no sense. I mean, it really did. It made no sense whatsoever that people getting upset. You just got played last month. You just got played last month over Epstein. Just got played.